GTA 6 is going to be getting delayed to 2026, and this update is actually coming from one of the most reliable sources, Jason Schreier, the man himself. Now, in the latest Bloomberg article, Jason Schreier actually mentioned a lot of things about Grand Theft Auto 6, and we all know that Jason is pretty reliable when it comes to all of the information and leaks and all the stuff that he usually does when it comes to upcoming games. Now, this is what the article states. Let me just go ahead and read it out for you guys. Grand Theft Auto 6 won't make it. Publisher Take-Two Interactive Software said that the most anticipated games of all time is on track for the fall of 2025 release. Companies usually say a lot of things. Now, the next Grand Theft Auto is a huge and ambitious game. Now, the pressure to make it great and inordinary, and the developer Rockstar Games has vowed to avoid forcing excessive overtime work times for their employees during the final months of development. So I expect this to slip all the way to 2026. Now, one thing that people are actually forgetting is that Jason Schreier did not confirm that this is some sort of an insider information or something like that. He basically said that, the game could eventually get delayed. That's all he basically said. And apparently in this article, what he states here is that the reason why he probably believes that the game could get delayed is because they don't want to be forcing their employees in order to, work overtime. Or, there's been a lot of crunch issues lately in the video game industry. And that's obviously going to give a very bitter taste in terms of learning to know how the game was made. But now, as we know, a lot of people are kind of figuring things out that, even though Jason Schreier is one of the most reliable sources out there, this, however, doesn't mean that he has 100% confirmation. Now, he has already been predicting a lot of different things because in 2020, he actually predicted that Rockstar Games will be announcing Grand Theft Auto 6, and that eventually did not happen. And then in 2022, he once again predicted that wouldn't be shocked to see Grand Theft Auto 6 announced later this year and with a fake release date that slips all the way to 2024. Now, that also never happened, and in 2024, he's now predicting that the game will simply just slip all the way to 2026. Now, keep this in mind that although we know that Jason Schreier has a lot of insider informations and, people kind of, trust him at this point. But that does not, however, mean that Jason Schreier is the one go-to person who basically knows everything about the gaming industry. He's just predicting stuff like all of us gamers usually predict, and I think it's just one of those wild guesses that people usually are taking way too far. And a lot of people are actually thinking that since Jason Schreier said it, it's finally going to get delayed, and I'm kind of giving up on this game. Because today, as soon as I woke up, the only thing that I've been seeing on my DMs and all the comment section is that you people saying, Blackwoods, have you heard about the new delay for Grand Theft Auto 6? It's not coming out in 2025. And that's the reason I wanted to go ahead and clear this whole thing up. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at how Rockstar Games usually works, now it's pretty much just obvious that you guys can see that when they released the Red Dead Redemption 2 game, they basically released like 3 different trailers for that game. Now, when the first trailer was released, Rockstar Games said that the game is going to be available for pre-order, and it was actually available for pre-order, by the way, and it was going to release on fall of 2017. And then later we got a trailer 2, which then gave us a new release date, which was spring of 2018, and you could still pre-order the game at those times as well. Now, finally, they decided to go ahead and delay the game once again, and for the last time, they said the game is going to release on October 26th of 2018. Now, what does this whole situation mean is that, Rockstar Games are very notorious when it comes to, delaying games and pretty much just announcing it way before they should even do it. I don't know, for whatever joy they do it, they kind of just, hype the game up unnecessarily way before the timeline of the game being released. But for the very first time, notice this pattern in all the delays that they've been doing so far. Because with Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar Games, they always had the pre-orders on. They had it since the first trailer. As soon as they released the trailer, they had the pre-orders going live. And a lot of people were investing on the game. They were pre-ordering the game. It was basically used for the production of the game for an entire year. So basically, they took an entire year after releasing the trailer and promising fans that this is when it's going to be coming out. And once they pour in their money, Rockstar Games pretty much just bails out and says, well, guys, you know what? We just need a little bit of an extra time in order to polish the game. So for the very first time, Rockstar Games, they have just announced that they have just released like the first trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, and there is no trailer 2 at all. This is like the only trailer that we have got so far, and they haven't really started pre-orders, man. That's one of the biggest suspicious things, and I think we should actually be worried at this point, not because the game is going to get delayed or something like that. The reason why I personally think that Rockstar Games is not giving us this pre-order is because they are probably bringing out this whole new subscription model for the game. Remember when Strauss Zelnick actually said that, Grand Theft Auto 6 is a huge budget game and they're not really satisfied with the current pricing of games, which are currently priced at $70 per game. And he actually said that, Rockstar Games has a plan of, charging players for the amount of hours they're going to be playing, which means that he's probably trying to, implement something that we have never expected before, which could end up being the new subscription model. Now, however, it could not be the thing for the single player game mode. It could most definitely be the subscription model for the GTA 6 online game mode, where I'm guessing that you should probably buy the new GTA Plus subscription in order to be able to play the GTA online game. And that's probably why, they haven't really put out the pre-orders yet, because if the game is going to be releasing in a subscription model, then obviously why are people even going to be pre-ordering those games, right? Because it's going to come out at the same time throughout the entire world, and those are going to be buying the monthly subscription in order to play GTA 6 are going to be the only ones that will be able to play it. You cannot own the game or whatsoever. So that's probably one of the biggest negative stuff which Rockstar Games is most likely planning as of now. This is of course not confirmed information, so just take it to a grain of salt, because I'm just thinking out of the box at this point, because they have just announced that they want to charge hourly basis and have a subscription thing. So this could eventually mean that they might end up giving us a subscription service. So that's probably why they haven't really launched the pre-orders yet, because if the game is coming out in fall of 2025, I think we are a couple months away from the launch of this game, which means that they should eventually be having the pre-orders live so that us fans can go ahead, put in our money, we can invest in the game so that it can be used in order to produce the game further on. And even if the game gets delayed, people are still going to be pre-ordering GTA 6, I guess. So one of the biggest games in all of history is not accepting pre-orders. So that's definitely one of the biggest concerning factors. I think a lot of us gamers are missing out. And all of these delays and all that stuff, people have been talking about. And the reason why most probably we are not even receiving a trailer to is because of the subscription model. So I'm pretty sure that Rockstar Games is planning something extremely anti-consumer stuff. And since it's GTA 6 and it's one of the most hyped games of all time, I think, a lot of players will still be buying this game even if it goes into subscription service, and Rockstar Games are definitely going to be making billions of dollars. So that's probably what's going on as of now. Now, however, I would love to know what your thoughts are. Leave them in the comments down below. It's going to be a very interesting topic that we're going to be discussing in the comments. I would love to hear and chat with you guys to know what you guys actually think about this new subscription model. Will you be supporting it if at all Rockstar ends up making something like this? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And with the being said, just don't panic about the new delays and all that stuff that's going on with the news lately and all the trending stuff, man. It's just complete bullshit. And I really think that the game is eventually going to be coming out in fall of 2025. And most probably why we don't have the trailer or any pre-orders or any sort of news is probably because they're preparing some sort of subscription model. So just keep that in mind. So don't panic. We will definitely get to know more information from Rockstar Games in coming days or weeks or maybe even months. Now, of course, if you guys did go on and enjoy this video, please just take a few seconds of your valuable time and drop a like on this video. It really goes a long way for me as a creator. It helps the channel out a lot more than you guys think. So go ahead, drop a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like these every single day, where I keep you guys updated with everything that's going on in the gaming industry. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.